In today's video, we are going to be covering the Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. And this seems like a pretty solid offering from Wells Fargo as they are trying to revamp their credit card offerings and actually become a competitor in the credit card space. Now, with the Active Cash Card, it seems to be a solid offering in the market, but there are a few things about this card that I absolutely do not like, and it has to do a lot with the language that is used. So in this video, we are going to cover the sign-up bonus for this credit card, the reward category, one singular category, and we are going to talk about the benefits and features mixed with my thoughts. So if that sounds interesting to you all, sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and if you don't mind, as you're watching this video and you find this information helpful, feel free to give this video a thumbs up. It'll help me to reach more people like you. With that said, let's get straight into part one of this video. The Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card gives a pretty solid offering. I think this is really good, especially when compared to the Citi Double Cash Card that currently doesn't even offer a sign-up bonus for those of you who are getting the credit card. So this Wells Fargo card is offering you $200 if you spend $1,000 within the first 3 months after account opening, which I believe is really fair because it's really easy to spend $1,000 in 3 months. Now, another offering that may be attractive to a few people who are going to sign up for this credit card is the 0% APR for the first 15 months after account opening. This may stand out to people who carry balances on another credit card and they're looking to transfer that balance to a credit card where they won't get charged any interest rate and they're confident that they can pay off that balance within the first 15 months. So that may be something that people want to look out for too. Just understand that there is a fee associated with it, a minimum fee of, I believe, $5 and a 3% transfer fee if it is done within the first 120 days. After 120 days, that fee goes up to 5%. Definitely check your paperwork because fees can change to make sure that you understand what those fees are if you are planning on doing a balance transfer. The reward category for this card is simple and straightforward. It is 2% cash back on all eligible purchases. I think that is really good and really cool because it doesn't play any tricks or gimmicks, or I shouldn't say it's a trick. But with the Citi Double Cash Card, you get 1% when you spend and 1% when you pay off your balance. So you don't get 2% right away, you're earning 1%. So it really is Citi's thing is that they're encouraging you to pay your bill and pay it on time, I guess. Whereas Wells Fargo is like, we're just going to give you the 2% right off the top. So that's something to think about if you are deciding between both cards. This one is unlimited, just like the Citi Double Cash Card. And it's a pretty good solid offering for a standard in your wallet fallback credit card for other purchases where you aren't really going to hit the reward categories on other credit cards that you may have in your wallet. Now let's talk about the additional card benefits and features. Now, some of these I don't agree is an actual benefit or feature, but it's here, and since it's here, I am going to talk about it and give my opinion, and I am also going to compare a particular one to two credit card companies. It's going to be Discover and it's going to be Chase. So let's take a look at these. First off, I want to start with the Wells Fargo mobile app as a feature. If this is a feature of having this credit card, then Wells Fargo, you are really behind the times. So of course, this is stating pay credit card bills and check account activity at home or on the go with the Wells Fargo mobile app. I feel like every other company does this as far as I know, at least the companies that I am with. And this is listed as a feature or benefit of holding a credit card. So what do you all think about this? And while we're on that topic, let's talk about the Control Tower benefit feature, which seems to be another app where it says get simple, secure, and centralized access to your Wells Fargo cards and account information so you can easily view, manage, and monitor your digital footprint from a single location. Again, I don't really see how this is a benefit or a feature of this credit card, but it is listed. And of course, contactless. This isn't the only credit card or only company that lists this as a feature or benefit. I honestly don't see the feature or benefit in it. I don't mind actually letting a machine read the chip, but contactless payment may really tap to pay. That's listed as a feature, but it gets better. Security features is also listed as a benefit, and this is a security feature. help keep your account information secure with advanced security features like voice verification and two-step verification at sign on, which I think they should say sign in, but they said sign on. I digress. Why is this listed as a feature or a benefit? Many credit card companies or banks have a two-step verification process already. And yes, it's good to have, but I don't think it should be listed as a feature. It should be a standard at this point. And let's talk about these top two. So I'll start with zero liability protection. This one is the one I have the most problem with, basically because of how it is written. And this is why I like reading the print behind these things. So this one says built-in protection features ensure that you won't be held responsible for any unauthorized transactions as long as they're reported promptly. I have a problem with that last statement. What is promptly? Is it 1 hour? Is it within the first 6 hours, the first 24 hours, the first day, or 2 or 3, or first week? What is promptly? So there's a footnote and it's number 5. So I'm going to hit number 5 and it takes me down to number 5, and number 5 states you won't be held responsible for any promptly reported unauthorized transactions. Again, there's this word promptly and reported, and I have a little bit of an issue with that. And it's like straightforward and forefront. So of course, promptly isn't defined here as well. So I click into the disclosures to read more of the fine print on unauthorized transactions. So I go to number 6 and it says lost or stolen cards and liability for unauthorized use and zero liability protections. And this is where it's straightforward. It says you must notify us immediately if your card or account information is lost or stolen, or if you believe it's being used without your permission. And of course, it goes on to how you may contact Wells Fargo. Now, let's look at what Discover says about zero liability protection. And I'm not even going to go into all the little details. I just want to read what's directly on their main page. Zero fraud liability. Never be responsible for unauthorized purchases on your credit card thanks to zero fraud liability. Now, I did have experienced fraud on my Discover credit card, and it was seamless. It was easy. I'm not going to go into details here, but I received a text message, called Discover as soon as I received the text message, and really they worked it out, and I didn't have to prove anything. Now, let's go on to Chase and see how Chase describes their fraud protection or zero liability. So zero liability protection means you won't be held responsible for any unauthorized charges made with your card or account information. The real difference I'm seeing here between Chase, Discover, and Wells Fargo is both Discover and Chase make it a point to say that you are not going to be held responsible. With Wells Fargo, it's you won't be held responsible as long as you report this action promptly. So Wells Fargo protection, based on how they wrote this, makes it sound like you're only protected if you are going to report this immediately. And I don't think that's the right approach to your customers, especially because the world moves so fast, things happen so quickly. Sometimes you're not even pulling up your account every single day. You may do it every few days. So again, what is that prompt? Is it if you're looking at your account every 3 days to see where your balance is and you miss that someone has been using your credit card for the past 3 days, are you now going to be held responsible for that? And that is something that makes me feel uneasy about this credit card, especially when other companies are not putting the onus or the responsibility on you as a customer to report this fraudulent activity that most likely isn't even your fault that it is occurring. And fraudulent activity typically really isn't your fault as a cardholder in this digital age. Now let's talk about the last benefit of this credit card, and it has to do with the cell phone protection. And basically what I'm going to say about this, just read the fine print. So they're offering $600 of cell phone protection against damage or theft. However, and there's a deductible. However, this is secondary to any other insurance that you have that may potentially cover your lost or damaged or stolen phone. So if it's your car insurance, your home rental, your home insurance or renter's insurance, your phone insurance, this insurance is like, yeah, we'll cover your phone, but only if all of these other avenues fail, I think. Which, I'm not sure they have it there listed, but it doesn't seem, when you read the fine print, it doesn't seem like they are excited to protect your product. And I know most of the credit card companies, from what I've read, at least so far, they seem to always be secondary to your primary insurance. But this one is like, hey, you have all these other insurance avenues. We're going to go with those first, so don't come calling us first. They don't say it that way, but that's how I interpret it. Wells Fargo lists a few ways for you to redeem your cashback. Now, they do have one as redeem for purchases, but keep in mind, if you're going to do that, to redeem it for purchases on your credit card, that you are still required to pay whatever your minimum payment is on your statement itself. So that will still be due. Keep that in mind. Some credit card companies, they can be really sneaky with that and then hit you with a late fee because you never actually paid it with your own hard-earned cash. I've heard stories about that. You can also redeem it to an account, and they list mortgage accounts, loans, or credit accounts. Again, understand that you do have to make whatever that minimum payment is, and according to the fine print, those mortgage payments will be applied to your principal. But definitely read the fine print in case anything changes. Redeem at an ATM so you can withdraw your cash back if you do have a Wells Fargo ATM card. And you have to get that in 20s because I guess that's what their ATM deals out, 20s. Or you can redeem it for gift cards. I don't think I would be doing any redemptions for gift cards, but those are some of the ways that you can redeem that's listed on this website. Now, I'm not even going to go over the Visa signature privileges, but basically that's this credit card in a nutshell. Is it for me? Really? Oops, hitting my mic. Is it for me? Really? I personally will bypass this credit card. I think I am much more comfortable with the Chase Freedom Unlimited. Yes, it's 1%, 1.5% cashback on all other categories, but I am getting 3% cashback at restaurants, and there are a few other perks of holding the Chase Freedom Unlimited. So the Wells Fargo Active Cash Back card, I think it's a really good offering for Wells Fargo, and it's interesting to see them really try to grow in the credit card space. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, and if you are still here, feel free to give the video a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe to the channel and support our growth. Thanks guys, see you in the next video.